Good morning. Hands are washed. So in the mornings, typically if it's during the week and I'm not wearing any makeup, I'll just splash my face with cold water. I usually won't use a cleanser in the morning. Today I'm going to put some makeup on, so because of that, I'm just patting my face with some cold water and taking some cleanser. I'm always sure to really work the product in my skin when I'm cleansing. I think this is probably a step that a lot of people miss. And this is really the time where you can really, you know, get your skin clean. If you're just kind of splashing some cleanser on your face really quickly and not really massaging it and working the product into your pores, it's not going to be able to penetrate as deep and really clean out those pores. So I really like to spend a good minute or two just massaging the cleanser into my skin. And this is also a good time to work on a little bit of facial massage for depuffing. So sometimes I'll do that. Sometimes I'll use my knuckles and work it in like this. When doing facial massage, it's good to have some kind of oil so your skin is not tugging. And using a cleanser like this will actually act the same. It just glides. I'm avoiding my forehead right now because I did just get my brows microbladed. It's been, 2 or 3 weeks now, 2 weeks, I suppose. And all the scabbing is done, but I am careful right now just to avoid the area as much as I can, just while it's healing. I do find that because I take so long to cleanse, I need to add water a few times. You can also use a bit more of a rubbing action on your T-zone. So on your nose, places that are typically oilier, just to make sure you're really getting into the pores. Same with the chin. And now I'm going to bring it up onto the forehead. And I will bring the cleanser really gently over the brows, just to keep the area really nice and clean, but I'm not scrubbing by any means over that area. And then I will rinse with cold water. I don't even touch the warm side of the tap, so as cold as it is what I'm gonna get. This is really refreshing in the morning and really good for the skin. So now I will move on to morning skincare. I'm going to use this moisturizer, which is really good at sitting under makeup. But first I will put just a little bit of a hyaluronic acid just to restore the moisture back into my skin. This one's almost out. I'm using the Peter Thomas Roth Water Drench Hyaluronic Serum. This one I find is really nice. Although I used to use just the one by The Ordinary, and I found it was really nice as well. And it's probably a bit cheaper. I have heard that when it comes to hyaluronic acid, the more expensive ones by the more luxury brands are comparable to lower priced brands such as The Ordinary. So I will be getting that one next, I believe. Now I'm just applying my moisturizer. Because this one is so hydrating, I don't like to add too much of this during the day, and when I do, I find that I will get a little bit oily later on. So I really am careful to only apply a little bit, and I just work it all over the skin. And it spreads out. But it feels really nice. And because I woke up with a little bout of maskne, I'll go in with this spot treatment by Neutrogena. And I find this to be very strong, quite effective. I can't reapply it more than maybe twice in a row on the same spot, or else it will severely dry out my skin in that spot. It's kind of a big blob, and I let that sit like that for a couple minutes until it dries out. And like that, it can really get into the area and do its thing. And once it dries out, I kind of wipe off the excess. See what my hair is looking like today. I washed it 2 days ago. This is day 3 hair, I believe. So I slept with it in a bun, so it's a little something, but I never put any heat on my hair. And I haven't in, I don't know, 4 years, maybe, something like that. So this is just the natural texture of my hair. When I did let it dry, I kind of twisted it just a little bit. So that's why you can see there's a little bit of a curl to it. But as I did just recently wake up, it's looking a little bit crazy, but I find that throughout the day it dies down to just a nice look. So we'll let it just do its thing for the time being. Okay, let's move on to some maquillage. So on a day where I'm not wearing too much makeup, but I want a little bit of coverage, I will just take my normal foundation actually and apply that like it's concealer basically. So today I'm going to be going in with the Chanel Le Beige. And I really do like this one, and I am in the shade 20. This is their Healthy Glow foundation. It's really good. So I apply seriously the smallest amount. I find that when I put even just like if I put not even half a pump, it's usually too much. So I'm only using this much. And I'll show you where I apply this. So I'll just dab in, and I'm using, this is actually an e.l.f. brush. This is their Flawless Concealer brush. So it's actually for this. It's really good. I've been using this for the past few weeks now, and I really enjoy it. So what I do is I dot some here and some over here. And I've been liking on more natural days using my foundation rather than my concealer to do this, because I just find it to be a little bit lighter in texture, I mean. The color itself actually is a bit darker and more, it matches my skin tone more, whereas when I'm putting on concealer, my concealer is actually a bit brighter. And sometimes I find it to be just a bit much. So this really blends in with my skin tone. So it's not too harsh looking against the rest of my skin, which won't have any makeup on it. If I'm just wearing the really bright concealer, you can really tell the difference. That's not what I'm going for. So that's it. So I will blend on this side. And even just like this, I find I look so much more awake. And like that, I've used everything. And whatever I have left maybe on my brush, I'll just kind of dab right in here where I do have a little bit of redness. Between the eyebrows on my forehead. That looks perfect. I do have a small blemish that came up here again today, maskne, but I'm just gonna let that one live. I'm not gonna put that cream on it because it's really, it's not even, it might not even be acne, honestly. Maybe it's like a bug bite or something. I'm not sure what that is. But I'm gonna leave that be. So that is that for concealer. Like I said, truly just not much at all. And I will curl my eyelashes. This is something that I do nowadays, even when I'm not even wearing mascara. I just find that it really opens the eye. If you're wondering what this sweater is I'm wearing here, this is actually my boyfriend's sweater, but it is Refined Fool Brewing Company, Sarnia's Brewery. So this is my hometown, Sarnia, Ontario, and there is a a beer brewing company there, and that's what this t-shirt is, or this sweater. Anyway, what do we think? Should we put on some mascara? Sure. So I usually do a bit of a mix. This one's getting a little bit old, and I'm trying to use it up. It is the Dior Show Pump and Volume. So you're meant to actually press in here to kind of activate it. Like I said, it's getting a little bit old now, but I don't mind using an old mascara, especially for the first coat, because it dries really quick. You know how it is. An old mascara is sometimes pretty great. Just to set the stage. Oh, this one's pretty dry, actually. Let's use a different one. That one will go in the poubelle. This one I love is the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise. I've been using this one for a few years. I haven't been able to get my hands on the newest one. I don't know what it's called. I know it's also pink. Everyone loves it. I'll try to look for it when I'm out today. For now, I use this one. It's also kind of old, so it's quite dry, but I really like that, like I said, just for the first coat. Separates the lashes, gives me a good look, and then I'll follow up with a newer, more wet one after. Okay, and I focus that first coat at the base of my lashes because I don't want the tops to be too clumpy, and I will be going in with 1 or 2 more coats. So at that point, I will do the tips of my lashes, but in the beginning, I'm really only doing the base and just kind of like fanning my lashes. So now I'm gonna go in with a more wet mascara. This is just the Maybelline Great Lash. I revisited this after, you know, having used it in high school or whatever. It's okay. I don't think I'll be getting it again. I prefer the L'Oreal. I like the L'Oreal Voluminous or the Lash Paradise like I was just using. This one's all right. It's nice and black, which I like, so it's good for this second coat. Again, I'm focusing this near the bottom because I don't want it to be too spidery, especially when applying several coats. I don't mind a little bit of spideriness, but nothing too crazy. And it's finished. So I'm just gonna wait for this to dry, and then I will wipe up what I have on the lids. And that's gonna be my makeup for the day. My hair is looking a little bit funny, but like I said, it will, you know, turn into a cute shape in a bit, I'm sure. Still a little red, but what can you do? Here's what we are working with for the day. I know. So, Saturday today, my apartment is a mess because my dog is sick. He's been sick for the past, well, 3 days now. So we've kind of just let our apartment, you know, get the best of us. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean the kitchen. I prefer to just start off with a clean slate for the day and clean my home, and then I can figure out what I'm gonna do with the rest of the day. But for now, we will go and do all of these dishes. Okay, dishwasher is now unloaded. Time to load it up.
So kitchen is clean, and now Adrian and I are just going to go for a little walk in the city. I have some things I need to return on Queen Street, but I know that I've been there recently and there are lines at like every store. So I think because of that, I'm not going to try to return any of the things I need to return, and we're just going to go for a little stroll and maybe grab a drink. I know that it's pretty hard to get a table, but maybe with just the two of us, it'll be okay. And that's it. Rainy, are you sick? Are you sick? You're a good boy. Our poor little angel is so sick.
Going down.
Hey Google, pause. So we are back home now. We went for a little stroll just around downtown. We were kind of hoping to find a patio that could take us, but everywhere was completely packed, of course. This is only the second weekend in a row here in Toronto where we can actually sit on patios again. Everything has been closed since November, I think. So we just walked around a little bit. Even the retail stores here, I think they all closed around 6:30 or 7. I had some things I wanted to do, but we just kind of went for a little walk, and we ended up at the grocery store and bought a large array of different sauces. Hey, babe?
Start to make my marinade.
Your marinade? What are you marinating?
Tofu.
Marinated tofu. So that is our Saturday night. Super excited. I almost passed out in the grocery store, as you do. Had to drink some kombucha on the spot. And now we're just gonna watch a movie and hang out with our sick dog. Try to force feed him some more food because he won't eat it otherwise. Have a good night. Hey Google, play.